it's Kelly over at McGuire Kitchen and Bath, and we are over here at Project Lakeshore, where we just completed a project that we wanted to take you through, starting with the mudroom area. So we did actually a couple of areas of this home, and this family has 3 young boys, so they really needed a space to land all of their things when they're coming home from the school day or from a sports day, and that's what this built-in that we designed and built on site allowed them to do. And it's a split level home, so we're walking up to what was previously their living space. So when the clients came to us, they wanted to know how they would potentially use the space if they were to change what their living space would be if it was in the sunken area of the room on the first floor. So we, instead of this being kind of where they have their couch and everything, it's now where their dining space is, with a little bit of a nook for them to sit and have cocktails or coffee at the end of a meal. So this was the original entrance to the kitchen, which it remained. And then over there was actually an entrance to the dining room. So we removed that wall and the entrance to the kitchen remained the same. So this was the kitchen and the dining room. And there used to be a wall kind of split through here where the fridge was kind of where the center of this island is now. And this is actually the existing window location. So often when we're coming into a project, if there's things that we can keep, then we don't have to move things around. That's a good way to kind of save on cost. So designing around that detail was, it worked in this case, where we just added additional windows to the left side to match what was existing. And now this kitchen has some great open space when there's light flooding through the back of the front of the house. And we're actually, we call it Project Lakeshore because we're actually on the lake. So standing from the kitchen sink, you can actually see a view to the lake, which is lovely. And you can actually see it now from these big 3-bay windows, which is awesome. But one of my favorite parts of this kitchen really is the tile detail. So this client loves color, and we wanted to make sure that this kitchen wasn't void of that and really celebrated that for the family. And she was really into some interesting tile mosaics. So when we were designing, we wanted to do something interesting, something that maybe hadn't been done before. And that's what we did here with this scaled glass tile installation. So these are actually 2 different colorways that I dry laid out with our expert tile installers, and they made my vision come to life, where it kind of feels like there's a little bit of a wave happening throughout from the bottom left of the countertop up to the far right. And these colors just feel really calming. They're also very organic in nature, so being by the water, it also felt very relevant in the space. And then throughout the kitchen, there's also a lot of great details that help her with functionality. So next to your range top, we did a spice pull-out. So this house is like all of her spices and things. So when they're cooking, it's easily accessed for how they're using the stove. Same with another bank of drawers to the right. For all of their cooking utensils, we did dividers so that those don't kind of get lost in such a wide drawer. In the corner space, which is nice, we did this Clemence corner, which sometimes in a blind corner things just go to die. So having an easy, accessible mechanical thing that just kind of lives back there. So now you can access anything that's back there, and it really acts as either an additional pantry and then sometimes even for good pots and pan storage. Another detail they wanted was a lift-up mixer. So in this cabinet, we just added a partition, added shelves for extra storage, but on the left side here, we did a cake mixer. So that's this guy right here. And then further on the drawers, we did some space for her cutlery and her knives and things like that. And then on their island, some extra drawer-based storage. Drawer-based storage I'll often do when we don't do a ton of wall cabinetry. And in this kitchen, it really was about the windows and less about the upper wall cabinetry, so kept it feeling nice and light and airy up top. But the base storage really does serve for things like plates and bowls and things that otherwise might live traditionally in wall cabinet storage. So this is the kitchen, and thanks for watching.